All right, so it looks like we are going to start this new game. This is going to be game two, guys. This is Team
Dire
Complexity
team
versus
bad.
Team EG. This is the bottom semifinals, bottom bracket semifinals. The winner of
Radiant
this is going to
team
face
ban.
the person I'm talking to, Painted Gold, his team, ex-Gosu, who
Hell yeah.
took out CLG in the first set of semifinals.
Former
2-1.
champions. Oh yeah. Feels good, man.
I was about to say, you don't have to answer this, but does it kind of feel good after your sponsor dropped you? Does it feel kind of good to
Dire
be like
team
sort of
ban.
dominating the scene right now and going as the name X Gosu and not really having a sponsor? You know, does it feel good to be higher ranking than the actual Gosu team right now?
Well, I mean, I expected us to be higher ranking than the Gosu team, for sure. But
Mm-hmm.
for us to be playing this well and be, I
Radiant
guess you can call
team
it
ban.
dominating the scene. It does feel good because we're just playing really well and we're really focused as a team. Everything is getting along well. We still have a long way to go, practice-wise. We haven't really practiced all that much because we're so busy with matches. But yeah, I mean, it feels great. We're looking at a couple sponsors right now, and hopefully there will be some type of announcement next week or something, or even this week possibly.
Dire
Dun
team
dun
ban.
dun.
Nice. Well, we'll definitely have to keep a lookout for that. I wish you guys luck. That you guys definitely deserve it. I mean, right now, I don't know if the Ghost Rankings has updated your guys' win, but as it stands, I mean, you just beat CLG. You could potentially be at that number 3 spot. Right now, you guys are number 4.
I think we're
You
like
know,
4 points off too.
oh really?
And
Wow.
we
So
haven't got our win updated
10
from Virtus
seconds
Pro last night
remaining.
either.
oh yeah,
So
so definitely, you guys could be the ranked number
5
2.
seconds
Absolutely.
remaining.
So yeah, I mean, I hope you guys get a nice little deal with the sponsors. You guys definitely deserve it. Let's go ahead
Radiant
and get
team
into
ban.
this game where we've got Leshrac, Animage, and Furion. Whew, lost it there for a minute. Banned out by Complexity. Lycan, Brewmaster, and Invoker being banned out by EG. I just wanted to, I don't know, your thoughts on. Was it you or Bull? Yeah, it was Bull I talked to. He said Lycan's definitely top pick, absolutely. Or at least one of the top picks, and he doesn't really
10
agree with
seconds
letting
remaining.
the other team being able to pick up Lycan as a first pick. Do you feel the same?
5
And the
seconds
same question
remaining.
goes for Brewmaster.
well, you can't ban everything, man.
Dire
That's
team
true.
ban.
That's true.
There's so many heroes that we don't want to play against, but you have to prioritize what you actually want to ban, what you want to play against, how you want to deal with them, and stuff like that. Like, I don't ever like giving away Lycan. He's an extremely momentum-based hero, and he can. I refer to him as cheesy at times because, like, he doesn't take all that much skill to play per se.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
He's not like a skill requirement hero, so I don't
5
like to play
seconds
against him. But
remaining.
there are situations where you just don't have a choice,
Reserve time.
and that's pretty much my stance on it.
Well, I mean, obviously EG feels that they can still get the Chen first pick. They don't want to give them any of those other heroes. I really agree. I mean, Lycan,
Oh, boy.
Brewmaster, Invoker, all of those are just too strong to deal with as first picks. So we are going to see the Chen once again being picked up by Complexity. So they are going to give away that, but like you said, they're probably not going to be. We're probably not going to see the same strategy already. A bit of a difference here. We've got Woodrunner and Tidehunter. Both heroes are going to be able to deal much better with what happened last game. I mean, Ravage just being able to hit a nice Ravage, interrupting a big team fight, maybe stopping Omni Knight from being able to get an ultimate off and pick off a hero. Much different situation right off the bat. So we'll have to see how Complexity, if they're just picking up the Chen, what they're going to do here for their 2-3
10 seconds
for the
remaining.
last set of pickups in the first phase.
5
I really hope
seconds
that this
remaining.
isn't a support tide from EG. An under-leveled tide is very easy to
Reserve
deal with,
time.
and yeah, he's just incredibly easy to deal with, and he's incredibly easy to push on. So like, if this is a support tide and he isn't getting his Ravage fast, then they're just gonna be able to push like at least 2 tier 1 towers, and that won't look good for EG.
Okay, so you think if you're gonna run like, you think obviously farming tide is much better. And if you
In this
do
situation.
have to run, and you're right in this situation, if you do have to run Tidehunter as a support hero, you probably want like a really offensive tri lane that you really want to win really hard, so you can get those extra levels for him. What exactly do you see EG picking up here? I mean, obviously we're still waiting on the 2-3. Venomancer being picked up by Complexity.
Team pick.
Do you think they're going for a different lineup here all around? They're just going to focus on their own
Honestly, since they
lineup,
gave him
or
Chen,
yeah?
I don't think that they have to vary up their lineup that much, and I don't think that Complexity feels that they have to vary up their lineup that much. I wouldn't be surprised to see DS pick next, the exact same as last time, except Chen was the third pick, and DS was the first pick, Benno was the second pick.
Yeah, not a whole lot of changes.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, sorry, I was Skype messages,
Yep.
Steam messages. And all
There's the
that
Darkseer
kind
pick.
of stuff.
Yeah, no problem. There's a tier pickup, like I thought. What's going to be different this game is, I don't think that EG is going to let them have Juggernaut. Not with this lineup. Or maybe even Omni Knight, they found the problem. They might find that Omni Knight is too difficult to handle, or they might find that Jug is too difficult to handle. Whatever conclusion they come to, I think at least one of those two heroes, if not both, are going to be banned.
Okay, so in sort of healing push lineup, I mentioned earlier that a lot of times when I see it, I see sort of like carry Necrolite. Do you think that it's viable in that sort of can you replace? I mean, obviously Necrolite's a much different hero than both Omni Knight and Juggernaut. But do you see any viability in Necrolite in the scene right now, or is he just sort of only a heal squad sort of based Vith pick kind of hero?
He definitely has viability, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I actually thought of like a lineup that could have good potential with the Necrolite in it. Basically, it's if you get like a Panda or something, you want to go like a really strong mid game push. A Necrolite's a good pick, a very good pick. And I don't know, if Panda or something with the Necrolite, then that's a lot of heal, and Panda just causes so much commotion. It basically, like, Necrolite's a really strong mid-game hero. With that and the unlimited death pulses and stuff like that. So he's viable. It just depends what he's easy to gank and stuff. He's not the best solo either at keeping other solos out of lane. So that's kind of what prevents him from getting picked up. But it's really team preference and what they like to run. That's what I say about like picks nowadays. It's really about finding your own style and finding out like what you like to run, and just maximizing what you like and the potential of the lineups that you run.
All right, well, we're going to see Enigma being picked up, so there's another change in the EG lineup. Another great team fight hero, obviously. Combined with Ravage, you're talking about setting up some nice, easy black holes. Once you get some levels, maybe he picks up Blink or BKB. You're talking about some really good team fight with Enigma. So much different setup already. Now banning out the Dragonite by Complexity. I'm kind of surprised they're banning out Dragonite. We're also going to ban out Riki. I don't think that's too big a surprise there. But Queen of Pain being banned out by EG, Complexity obviously has a very strong Queen of Pain, and they are still kind of lacking that solo mid. Sometimes we see Queen of Pain not suicide lane, but sometimes solo mid. Since we already have the Darkseer who's going to be suicide lane, most likely. Or they could run it in mid again if they happen to see, if EG picks up another melee carry, that they're going to run dual mid. But really, that's probably the only time we're going to see Darkseer solo mid, is when he's up against a 1v2 situation with a melee farming carry. Is that correct?
Yeah. A dead giveaway for Complexity's side, and with a lot of lineups, is who's playing what. Like, Hannah Montana is playing Darkseer. He's going to be solo suicide most of the time. Like, I'd say 60% of the time at least. I'd actually bank on him soloing the long lane. But if TC gets it, then that means that it could be a jungle Darkseer, it could be a solo mid Darkseer, anything. So, like, knowing what your opponents play and what roles they play is very important as well. Like, we did the same thing with CLG today. Like, Pycat's on this hero, Miracle's on this hero. We know their lanes. Like, it's specific with suicide laners. Like Smooglig, he always plays the suicide lane for CLG. So we know like he's gonna be in the suicide lane when he's playing.
Interesting enough, Omni Knight they already picked up Juggernaut, and Omni Knight's still in the pool. They didn't choose to ban him out. They banned out Queen of Pain and Syllabear. Both are, I think, pretty strong
10
bans. Queen of
seconds
Pain,
remaining.
Complexity does have a really strong Queen of Pain, and then basically being able to
5
line that
seconds
up
remaining.
with the Darkseer. Anytime you have any sort of grouping mechanism or any sort of great AoE
Reserve
stun,
time.
combined with Queen of Pain, because that ultimate is just sometimes they can just walk away from it and you completely miss it and then you feel like an idiot. But anytime you have some sort of setup stun for the Queen of Pain, very, very helpful. And then obviously you see the push coming in from Syllabear. You could potentially go for that sort of, instead of going for that Radiance build, go for this sort of tanky pushing bear. Maybe get a pipe, that sort of thing, and just try and soak up damage and push in. But they don't ban out the Juggernaut and the Omni Knight. And they obviously have a much different lineup this time to face up against it. The question is, they can pick up Omni Knight right now. Do you think they should pick up this Omni Knight? If they do, and is
10
EG's
seconds
lineup
remaining.
different enough and more teamfight orientated enough that they're going to be able to
5
deal with
seconds
this
remaining.
heal squad?
EG's taking a much different approach to this game. In
Reserve time.
the Chinese meta game, Earthshaker
5
specifically was
seconds
used
remaining.
to counter Chen.
Dire
And we
team
see
pick.
Beastmaster last pick from coL. Great pushing potential from Beast, great pick-off potential. And that attack speed aura is really handy in team fights. But yeah, in the Chinese metagame, Earthshaker is used specifically to counter like Chen because he can block off the creeps, save whoever's the farmer in lane and stuff. So EG has a different game plan going into this game.
10 seconds remaining.
They're also
After
talking
last
about
game.
some serious teamfight ultimates.
5 seconds remaining.
But those teamfight ultimates are kind of negated
Reserve
by Chen
time.
as well.
So my question is, why do you think they chose Beastmaster over Omni Knight? I mean, Omni Knight, they could go pretty much the same exact lineup. Why not this time? I mean, it would still fit, wouldn't it? I mean, they've got some good team fight on AG. Wouldn't having an Omni Knight be pretty strong? Is this just because the extra push coming out from the aura? What do you think is going on here with Complexity opting for Beastmaster over Omni Knight?
Running the same lineup twice in a row, the exact same stuff. Like this,
10 seconds remaining.
hardly ever works, honestly.
5 seconds
People learn how to
remaining.
counter it in the game during
Radiant
last game.
team
Like they
pick.
know how they should have responded better and stuff like that. How they could have responded better. We see a Tinker pick up, which is one of Bulba's signature heroes.
Yeah. I love watching Bulls tinker. It's great. And so are we going to see him March the Machines max out here to try and defend the towers? I mean, that was not too long ago. That was the sort of thing. But part of that was the fact that March the Machines, there were too many goblins spawning, they were doing too much damage, and they were moving too fast. I think it was all those three things. Do you think it's still
Prepare
viable?
for
Should he
battle.
still go for it to try and defend towers? What do you think he should be going here?
Got nerfed, but it's still very, very strong. Especially, yeah, it still has the same anti-push potential. It's just not as much damage. It still does a ridiculous amount of damage if you try to stand in it. So it's good for stopping pushes, and it can keep the heroes out of the base, such as the chip strategy doesn't really work that well against Tinker.
Right. And isn't that sort of chip strategy? I mean, they can't do it as long, but with the Beastmaster now, with that aura, can't they do more damage faster? But they just can't do it, over a longer time because they're missing that extra heal. Is that right to say? Am I getting that right?
It's more of Omni Knight. Juggernaut can still heal them to full with his ward. Omni Knight, they're losing the physical damage immunity that allows them to push if they get gone on, and it's kind of a security measure, you know. It's a giant shield, basically,
right,
to prevent you from going on them, because an Omni Knight's back there waiting to GA and repel if necessary. And yeah.
So March of the Goblins doing physical damage. That's another thing. Geo being able to dodge magic damage with the spin. That's just another little mechanical sort of thing. He's gonna be able to do damage that way. But either way, like he could go for the bursting, laser rocket build, or he could go for the rocket machine build. It's just either one is strong. They're just kind of different at this point. Like one is popping a hero
I think
before they
March
can
is
try and get off the
definitely-
heels.
I
You
think March is definitely the build to go this game.
Okay.
Because you're going to be wanting to stop them from like diving your towers. You're going to want them to get off your towers and stuff. Laser gets you in a dangerous range. It's way too close cast range, so it's dangerous to even cast a spell against Roar and Darkseer Vacuum and stuff. So I think it's definitely March for the machines for Tinker this game.
Unfortunately, they are on the Dire side, which, Dire advantage, that whole access to Roshan is good and all, but as a tanker, middle, you're much easier to just run up the hill and stack Ancients that way. I was thinking, are we going to see like a Tidehunter solo top, and then we're going to have Earthshaker babysitting Windrunner at bottom, and then when Earthshaker feels like Windrunner is safe, he just stacks the Ancient? Like, that's what I'm guessing here. We're going to see some Ancient stacking for Bulba just to get those extra levels. Do you think that's going to happen with the Enigma in the jungle, or what do you think the lanes are going to be here?
I think it's realistic for it to happen. EG Fear's on the Tidehunter, which means he's their hard carry player, which means it's definitely a farming Tidehunter at this point. So I would assume that he's going to go top. I don't know what the lanes are going to be. A Tide ES lane, or it's either going to be ES Windrunner bottom with the Tide solo top, or it's going to be ES Tide top with Tinker mid and Windrunner solo bottom. But I'm thinking it's going to be, I'm not sure, it's either Windrunner ES bottom or it's Windrunner solo bottom, and yes, it's going to make his way top with Tide. But that's not a strong lane. So.
Well, Bulba already calling out, we had a little bit of pause in an admin ruling on being able to smoke neutral. If you guys don't know, basically the idea is with Darkseer, with a lot of heroes, with Batrider, with, Tinker is one of them, just being able to smoke, sit in the middle, and be able to spam your AoE spell. Obviously for Darkseer, it's Ion Shell, Batrider, it's his Flame. Tinker is just able to spam March of the Machines, which you don't really need smoke for it, but it's a little helpful. You're able to do it just fine without. But they made a call on that. The admin did rule that it is allowed. So they're already on the lookout for that, and it does look like, as it stands right now, we're gonna see Tide Earthshaker at top with the Enigma jungling. I'm interested. I was kind of hoping to see that the ancient stacking that Bulba loves so much. Just gonna be able to pop that. It isn't as easy as since they kind of nerfed March of the Machines, but still.
Oh, it's still incredibly easy.
30 seconds
Okay.
to battle.
And it still does a ton of damage. I think it was 4. You needed to clear like any amount of stacks. You needed to cast March of the Machines 4 times.
Yeah.
And yeah, Complexity is very familiar with the strategy with coL Mike, aka the strategist. Just kidding, but Mike, he's played this a lot in NADL games. And I wouldn't be surprised to even see like a possible ward go up at the
battle begins.
Dire's Ancients to prevent it, or some way to just stop them from doing it.
I like what they keep doing. I forgot to mention it last game, but I called this out with Chen. I mean, he doesn't do anything as all junglers do. They don't do anything in the first 30 seconds. So what he's been doing, as same as when Darkseer surges a creep early on, or you have Deny Enigma. Fluff and stuff has been using Holy Persuasion to teleport one creep back to the fountain. So you only have 3 creeps enter into lane, and then you get a melee who's completely separated. So it helps the lane push in, and that means EG Fear, who's farming at top solo, versus, oh man, he got Gush right off the bat, and he's using it to CS right away. Interesting, he didn't even go for Anchor Smash. He knows that pretty much, if he gets in with melee range, combined with the slow from Mike, and the Blade Fury damage early on, he just can't get anywhere near them. So he goes for Gush. The question is, what is he going to do in this lane? I mean, obviously, they're going to be very, very aggressive, just like they were last time. Complexity just taking down the tower very, very quickly. Does Tidehunter go and try and neutral with Enigma? What do you think he should do here?
Fear is not going to have a good time. Neither is this Enigma. At this point, I think Ix Mike should be going with the Chen. Chen and Venomancer will crush an Enigma and Tide both in the jungle. And Chen alone beats Enigma in the jungle. But a Chen Venomancer, that's probably one of the strongest combinations at level 1 for roaming and preventing people. So right now, Complexity has a huge lane advantage to even start with. Enigma's just going to straight up pitch top lane and go to the enemy jungle. And Fear is probably he's just going to get messed up top. He's not going to be able to get XP, he's not going to be able to get any farm. He's a big sacrifice, basically.
Right now at bottom, Darkseer has already been massing out the Ion Shells very quickly. Has already got that Sage's Mask. So he's already got some mana regen. Enigma moving to bottom jungle now. Betas is going to be in the offensive jungle now. But with Darkseer, they don't have the same advantage. Darkseer's able to push out the lane very quickly, even though he's solo. He just spams Ion Shells over and over. So they're not going to be able to push the tower like they can at top. So really
unless
not
they
the
kill
same
Darkseer.
advantage. Unless they kill Darkseer, you're right. You're absolutely right.
That's the key to pushing the tower. But honestly, like, this setup is already huge for coL. Like, Jo gets complete free farm. Fear has nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere. They're gonna get that top tower as soon as they want to, which is right now because you see Jug auto attacking the creep wave. So they're getting this tower right now. That's gonna give them complete map control over the dire jungle and give them more control of the game. It's honestly, right now, it's looking the exact same as game 1.
Yeah, hopefully the change occurs in the mid game. Hopefully they're going to be able to come back here. Hannah Montana already jumping on Betas. Look at the Ion Shell just doing work. He's not even wasting Surge yet. Stun does go off. He doesn't try and continue the chase because he knows that Universe and Demon are going to be shortly behind with all their nukes. And top tower is already at half health. And they're now committing to it.
Yeah, Hannah's a huge key to this strategy right now. He can't die, bottom. If he doesn't die, then he can keep Ion Shelling creeps and get them away from the tower completely. There's no way they're going to be able to push that tower, and Complexity is going to be able to push 2 towers top.
Yeah, EG already kind of getting aggressive on him. Had Universe go from behind, they were hoping to hit some sort of stun, but they don't have Shackle Shot either on Demon, so I mean, it's nice that they have level 2 Malphite, but it kind of seems like they're going to need levels and have a level in Shackle Shot before they can really take him down. And really, it's up to Hannah Montana to make a mistake in positioning. Like, he can't be near trees, he can't get hit by the Shackle Shot or get blocked.
Yeah, he just needs to keep Ion Shelling creeps and taking it down. And Universe smartly pulls Creep Wave to the neutrals to get rid of all the creeps so that they're going to be able to take that tower. That's pretty much the only way that they would have been able to take the tower. But yeah, it's a 1-for-1 trade, which is best case scenario for EG at the moment. And it's really good. EG Fear is still 1 in the OCS, but level 2, he's going to be so easy to push on. Like I said, Tide Hunter needs his levels. He absolutely needs them, and he's not getting them. With an aggressive push strat, they're going to be able to push on him so easily.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about it's all suicide lanes. Hannah Montana is level 4, 11-0, while EG Fear is 1-0 with only, level 2. Clearly the advantage right now in the laning phase is to Complexity solely because there's that big gap between their suicide lanes. In middle, though, we're talking about TC, who's now 25-2 versus Bulbous Tinker, who's 19-2. So he's doing a very good job in middle.
They took complete control of the Dire's jungle, and on top of that, they're taking control of mid. Bulba has to stay all the way back because Fluff is a complete threat. Like, with Beastmaster being level 6, it's so easy to kill a Tinker mid. He has to be super wary of smoke ganks. I really wish Fluff got a counter ward so that he could counter ward that ward, because it would be so vital to just making Bulba a scared little rat, basically. Like, he's a rat backed into his corner, and Complexity's the cat right now.
Yeah, and with Beastmaster, his build going right now, maxing out the axes, and then after that maxing out Inner Beast, which is great for pushing. We're going to see Hasted TC going bottom. He's going to try and counter this. Hannah Montana was getting chased. He pops the Ion Shell on himself, and he's going to try and go in. Beat is definitely dead for. But they do get a counter kill in Hannah Montana, so a little bit of mistake there. I felt like he could have just Ion Shell TC and ran away there, but TC is going to pick up another kill here on Demon. He pops a win run, popping the potion as well, really smart, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, Haste is actually going to run out. He's going to be just fine. Really great play by Demon, popping the win run, knowing there was no mana for axes, popping the win run and popping the potion at the same time so he could get a bunch of heal uninterrupted. Really smart play by Demon. The haste goes down, and so the chase does not continue. Meanwhile, top, we have 4 of the Dire side up there trying to protect this tower as much as possible, and Complexity is fine with that. I mean, with 4 heroes in a single lane, Windrunner picks up the Beastmaster. TC goes down. I missed that.
I saw it all.
Done.
It was phenomenal play from Demon. It was really nice. His choice to fight in the first place was a really good choice, because he interrupted Beastmaster's bottle and stopped him from getting mana for axes that would have finished him off. And then he just hung around with the shackle, and he shackled him to a tree, power shot, and then he just right-clicked him. I think Demon had phase boot, so he had quite a bit of damage, yeah. And he had the move speed, and yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, we still have the 3 heroes up at top. The tower is almost dead already. 255 health left. Really one good push in from Chen. Just any sort of opportunity where Geo can pop his ultimate and Blade Fury, pick up a kill or 2, and then they're going to be able to take the tower. Nice little counter coming out from Beatez. They do pick up that. He doesn't. No misses uphill. If it was me, I would have missed like 20 times uphill. I swear to God.
Yeah.
But
that.
They are going to pick up the tower easily. GG just can't defend this. I mean, Enigma's not even level 6. They don't have a black hole. EG Demon, he does come top, but it's not in time. They're not able to pick up anybody else. So as it stands right now, I mean, the shining light for them is Lightness. Bulba is 31-3, and Demon is 31-11. So they have 2 farm. They have farm on those 2 heroes. That's the most important thing, but the gold graph is just dipping slowly in the favor of the Radiant. Almost 3,000 already, 8 minutes in, 1-2.
Okay, what Complexity did here was they traded like levels. They traded Chen and Venomancer's levels for Enigma, Tidehunter, and Earthshaker's levels. So it's a big trade. They traded sports levels for a Tidehunter who is meant to be farming, and Tide is useless until he's 6 pretty much, and even then, if he doesn't have the farm and he gets 6 too late, it's just really easy to deal with him. And it's just they made the trade, and it's going really well for Complexity, because that trade is phenomenal. The supports for not only the enemy supports, but also the farming Tidehunter that was supposed to be. The Tide is supposed to have, if you follow Chinese Dota, there's a 1-5 roll, and the Tide Tinker is supposed to be 1 in this role, meaning he gets the most farm out of anyone. And the 2 in this role, in this lineup for EG would be the Tidehunter normally. But Tidehunter, he isn't getting the farm. So he's going to be taking on like a 3-4 role or something like that. So immediately their game plan is messed up. And yeah, it's just, it's a big play from Complexity. They have all the heroes they want doing things that what they want their heroes to do. Like, they have the heroes, the right heroes farming, they have the right heroes getting XP, and EG doesn't have the right heroes farming or the right heroes getting XP.
Yeah, as it stands, Tinker's just so scared in the middle. I mean, Gio's just able to go back and forth. They do have that ward up, which is helping. No, actually, that's completely out of it. The Radiant side has a ward up, but they have no vision. So pretty much Gio's just able to go back and forth between middle and top, picking up what farm he can, and Bulba's just scared. TC running straight through with the Invis, does not pick up the Tinker. Barely missing out on that one. But instead he is going to start heading for bottom. The rune, where is the rune?
I think I saw Bulba go down for it. Nope.
But yeah, I mean, he's still another 1,000 away from TP boots. He does have max marksman machine, so that's gonna help. So if they can try and defend these 2 other outer tier 1 towers, that could be really good. I mean, because top towers were gonna go down anyway. If they can sort of keep the lane back as close to the tower at top as possible, sort of a safety farm as much as possible at top, and then just defend those bottom and middle towers, I think they could be decent, but it's really going to rely on, first of all, Tidehunter being able to hit good Ravages and just being able to spam over and over and grabbing the Boots of Travel as soon as possible before they start pushing in.
Tide did pick up Ravage. He is now level 6, which is all important. EG is, they're going to be relying on Complexity. Complexity can't overplay. That's really the key here. What EG would like to do is bait them into diving them so that they could get a nice Ravage off, possibly a nice Black Hole, and just Tinker spamming March, and they have to run through March. And that's just suicide. So Complexity can't get baited into that kind of thing. And that's what EG's game plan is, to come back into this game.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and go over the Girl Graph. 4,000 in the lead for the Radiant. Recent item pickups, I mean, you've got Arcane Boots, actually at bottom, just a vacuum, nothing big happened. Geo, of course, he's getting that Phase Boots drums as he did last game. We're going to see Necro Book already going for TC, already has the items, he's just waiting on the recipe now, and he's automatically going to be going for that. Hannah Montana, I'm presuming, is going to be going for that pipe with the Ring of Health. Already getting up nice and tanky. What else? Windrunner's trying to work towards that push stick. Oh, look at that. Look at Chen creep on top of Ion Shell. Just insane. They pick up the tower at bottom. They're going to force a fight here. Here goes. Nice Ravage hitting Julios. The teleport is going off. IX Mike gets out from the teleport.
Oh my god.
And the Surge as well, saving Fluff and stuff. Now, Hannah Montana's a little bit of trouble. He's going to be able to teleport away, and I don't think Beat is he going to hit the stun? He misses out. He barely misses out on that one, so the only hero they pick up is Chen, which they had to go on a little bit of chase there for that. So trading a Chen for a tower on top of that Juggernaut, it was just free farming away up at top. Absolutely worth it for Complexity. Some great jobs between the Surge, the teleport, and the Chen teleport as well. Doing a very good job minimizing their losses in exchange for that tower.
Yeah, that was really nice play. It's funny. Fluff first teleported out Mike. He took a lot of damage. Then Hannah Montana surged Chen away, but he couldn't get away because he got stunned. But then Hannah Montana TP'd out. It's just a funny turn of events, really. It was really nice play to watch. I enjoy epic escapes like that. It would have been even better if Chen got away.
Oh yeah. Nice little shackle by Demon, stopping Geo from jumping on him. He Necronomicon now picked up by the Beastmaster, so he does have that, and once he gets level 3, that's just going to be added push. And that means Tinker's going to be in a lot of trouble. I mean, if the March in the Machines, if he takes a little bit too much damage, I mean, Necronomicon melee creep, it's hard not to kill that. It just runs into the March of Machines and does an uber amount of damage to you. Combine that with Beastmaster himself just locking you down with his Primal Roar and axes, and then following up with anything else, Tinker's definitely a dead man. But he has the Boots of Travel now, so he's going to try and push out these lanes as much as possible. He's just going to have to do it very safely. At bottom, IX Mike picks up the Invis Rune and slowing Demon down. We're going to see Geo jumping in. He's going to try and teleport away. He doesn't get out. The Roar goes off, and they pick up that kill. TC barely getting there in time with the Primal Roar, and Demon goes down, dropping that killing streak.
That was a big kill for Complexity. Demon, he's the momentum EG has right now. Like, he's playing well. He's probably the most core hero to kill on EG.
Hannah Montana, great vacuum up to the Ancients. Very well done. Making sure that he stays alive. Enigma's pushing in top as much as possible with his Eidolons, but really there's not much he can do. He's trying to pick up that mech as fast as possible so they can, hope to defend these team fights. Geo's going to be able to pick up the Diffusal, same as last game, fairly soon. He does get a laning ward up at top, and unless they get another, jungle ward, any sort of, rune ward anywhere in there, they really need something like that to protect the farm at top. Otherwise, something like this Juggernaut just bursting through middle and going up into the jungle could be some serious trouble. He does not have his ultimate, but there goes the stun. He's going to pop Blade Fury, and there goes the teleport, so great job.
Sorry for cutting you off, but
no, go ahead.
I didn't think he was going to get the kill. But anyways, Jo is at least as farmed as he was last game, if not even more farmed. I think he's more farmed this game. You see, he already has his drum phase, Bassi, and he just picked up his Diffusal Blade. And that's a 15-minute Diffusal Blade. I think that's even faster than last time, which is going to let them get good control of this game. he's gonna be able to kill Enigmas that stray like Vias was.
Well, hopefully they're going to be able to pick up another tower. I mean, just any little bit of influx of gold is so important right now for EG. Middle is kind of low, so hopefully sometime Tinker will be able to sort of surprise push that out the way Tinker does, just being able to teleport everywhere on the map. And he's trying to farm up as much as possible. The rest of the EG team is smoked up at bottom.
Yeah, they're trying to bait Fear. Oh, they're going to run into a Darkseer right here.
This could be good. They hit a nice little stun combo. Shackle Shot does not latch. Now we're going to see a vacuum over the other side of the wall. Great job by Hannah Montana. Twice now with great vacuums.
That vacuum was funny.
Who actually might be Complexity with hasted TC. He's going to come in. He's going to pick off somebody. He's going to choose to ult speed it. They're going to try and pop him up. Nice stun by Earthshaker trying to save him. Big Rabbit coming out from here. And now Geo's trying to pop it with the Blade Fury. Nice vacuum coming in. Black Hole does not lock down Geo, and Geo picks up the Enigma kill. Everybody's low on Complexity. Picking up one kill. Oh, Geo gets a nice little heal in. And Bulba is trying to chase him down, but look at all of Complexity. They only pick up one kill there, but all of them were just so low. They just needed a little bit of extra burst there, and they could have potentially had a big turnaround team fight there.
Yeah, for sure. Things went. At first I thought things were going really well for Complexity, and if that hole got off, it was interrupted a second after it was cast. But if that hole got off, that was 3 dead heroes in that hole, guaranteed. Tinker was TPing back in, and he had rockets up, and he can refresh the rockets as well. But yeah, that was 3 dead heroes. Luckily, I think a netter, Chen stopped it. I'm not sure. I didn't exactly catch it.
I'm not sure if he. I don't know. I mean, I saw Geo just beating on him from behind. He was slightly behind. I thought he died, and that's how it got interrupted. But I could be wrong. Maybe there was a stun happen just before. He died.
He might have died. That makes perfect sense. He was really low.
But yeah, I mean, if he had Geo as well, I mean, he probably would have sacrificed, probably would have only gotten 3 heroes still and just sacrificed one other one for catching Geo. But if he had caught Geo there and been able to, hit the full black hole, absolutely, like you said, they just would have completely turned that fight around. I mean, this is the potential that they didn't have last game with Animage. They actually have some really great team fight if they could just get it. I mean, it was so close. It was so close. I mean, just look. I looked up, and the green health bars were all for Complexity. It was just insane. But just one good team fight like that can completely turn things around and slow the momentum that Complexity has right now. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be sometime soon, because right now it's 7,500 for the Radiant, and Complexity has shown that they are disciplined enough this sort of lineup that they can just sit back. We're going to see a jump in on middle. Nice shackle shot coming in from EG Demon. He's going to try and pop fluff and stuff. He backs off, actually knowing that the heal is going to come out, and so Bulba is the one who gets traded there. They use TC to lock him down, but still, at least only 1 hero went down, not 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say Complexity should be doing something after that big team fight. They needed to heal up immediately, I think, and then just go for a 2nd tier tower or something. Ravage and Black Hole, they both have super long CDs, as well as Echo Slam, so that's a lot of their fighting potential as well. So if it's on cooldown, then they should be making moves with it.
Ravage is back up. Beat still does not have Black Hole for another 30 seconds. So they're doing a little bit of damage to this tier 2. It's just, once again, I don't know, it looks like Complexity maybe heal up, maybe back off and farm some more. Now that Bulba's here, it's going to be kind of hard to keep pushing in. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, Complexity has shown sort of the discipline. Every single time they do one of these lineups, they practice it and they practice it and they know what to do with it. They sort of have the discipline to recognize when to keep farming and when there isn't really any sort of danger. Like, a lot of times when you're running with these push lineups, you feel pressured and you're like, oh, we gotta go now. We gotta push and end the game right now. But they're not. They slowly static push towers. They do a little bit of chip damage. They farm very well. They just kind of sit back and do that. And not fall into EG's great team fight. But we'll have to see if they continue to do that, or otherwise, I mean, just Earthshaker, Enigma, Tidehunter combined with March of the Machines, that's just so much AoE damage and huge team fight potential.
Yeah, DC picked up his book 3, so he's finished his book 3, and I imagine we'll be seeing another book or 2 from Complexity side. But I think a necessary pickup for Beastmaster this game would have to be a Necro, or not a Necro 3, a Blink Dagger. He needs to Blink Dagger. Tinker's hiding so far in the back and he's just spamming missiles and machines, and he's easy to locate because you have to cast within range of like the stuff you need to kill from marching machines. So I'm really hoping to see next item Blink Dagger for this Beastmaster. It would really make the world of difference if they could take out the Tinker. Or pick him off when he's solo farming or something like that.
Up at top, Juggernaut. Oh, he almost has beat it. He is going to pick up that kill. With the phase boost. Does have the movement speed to be able to catch him up, and he is going to get out. Meanwhile, at bottom, we're going to see a little bit of push coming in from Complexity. Bulba's going to be teleporting right back there, and he's going to start spamming the marching machines. He's just going to have to watch out for TC's Necronomicon. It is already down. I don't see. Oh no, Melee Creek, they're still up, and they're gonna have a nice little vacuum knocking down 2 heroes. Oh my goodness,
God.
They pop EG Demon with the ultimate from Primal Roar, and now comes a Rabbit hitting 3 heroes. They're gonna try down Lockdown. Oh, Hannah Montana with the heals. The heals and the pipe saves him, and EG Fear is gonna go down now. 3 heroes down, and Complexity's gonna take the tier 2. Oh my goodness, just the heals and the pipe is just too much.
That was hilarious, oh my god. Okay, you saw the Earthshaker running in, right? And Keeley had his book 3, and it was so low, the melee book 3 did 600 pure damage. So this Earthshaker, he just runs in. And he reminds me of like this Japanese bomber in World War II, the kamikaze pilots. They're just so resolved to take down another
no matter
plane.
the cost.
Yeah, so he just, yeah. His goal was to get that Echo off, and he got that Echo off, but he died to that Necro.
Yeah, if they could have popped Hannah Montana before the pipe, you know, that could have been a little bit of different fight. Oh, nice try with the vacuum, trying to suck him into the Roshan pit. That would have been huge. Oh, man. All right,
Universe. He went in headstrong there. Pretty funny.
Radiant's top tower has been
Gold Graph 12,000 in lead for the Radiant, 10-4, 23 minutes in the favor of the Complexity. They have almost all the outer towers down. The tier 2 middle tower is the only one left right now. So a bit slower than last game. I think last game, like, the game was almost over by this amount of time.
Oh yeah, it's because of the Dire. They had Dire side last time, which made it easy.
Yeah. We're going to see Pipe coming out. They're jumping on Geo. Geo does have a Pops Blade Fury. And, you know, they don't have anything to stop that. I mean, though they have Black Hole, I guess. But that is the only spell they have to stop Blade Fury teleports.
EG's kind of looking at like, hey, Juggernaut just TP'd out. Let's try to get a mid tower. Oh, it's super low too. Nice. I think they'll be able to get it if Complexity. Oh no, Complexity has a glyph. You don't ever want to give that up when you have this much of an advantage, especially to a Titan Fury who used his ultimate last team fight and an Earthshaker.
Beatus goes down. Not sure if that ultimate was necessary, but Geo's just going to keep going, crushing kids. He's going to go on Universe now. They pick up those 2 kills. So the pipe and the ultimate down for Juggernaut ultimate in exchange for 2 heroes. But that's, I mean, they can't defend the tier 2 now. They can just spam marching the machines, but it's only going to slow them, not really stop them.
This
Hannah
is
Montana.
a case.
Hannah Montana jumping around. Oh, comes off the purge by Geo. Geo's really low now, but Bulba does go down anyway. Fear has double damage. He pops the Ravage now, but there's no one he can kill now. Hannah Montana is not going to go down. Oh man, that felt like if he had been in the position there, he could have been able to pick off Geo. He was so low.
Oh man, Hannah had a huge bait with that too. Fear initially turned around to gush Hannah because he thought it would get the kill, and oh boy, he just couldn't resist the urge to kill Hannah. So that essentially got him killed, and because of that, I think that Complexity might take Rax here. There's a good likelihood. Plus
yeah, nice little shackle shot.
The healing ward healing everyone to full. And Ravage is even down when they're up. So I mean,
yeah, we were just gonna have to not even Black Hole, instantly popping him.
Yeah, we see a Blink Dagger on Beastmaster, which was a great pickup. And yeah, Beatus died faster than anyone can say anything.
Yeah, he's done for. So that is definitely a Rax down, and unless EG is able to defend a second Rax here, unless Complexity tries to like man up on a second Rax, which they aren't, They're very wisely just backing off, healing up, gonna take some more farm. Juggernaut's just gonna farm the jungle and that sort of thing. And they're not trying to press their luck, even though the game is hugely in their advantage. 20,000 gold lead now for them. I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah. Again, I don't really see EG coming back from this. It would take a lot of sloppy mistakes from Complexity, and they just aren't the type of team that makes sloppy mistakes. That like loses games like these. They're so far ahead. All they have to do is regroup, win a fight. They could even try to chip away, but I don't suggest that. I suggest trying to win a fight first, and then just going for the next racks.
Well, maybe EG, if they pick up the pipe on Tidehunter, that is something they can grab fairly soon. Earthshaker's nowhere near a blink. There are any items that they're close to being picked up. Volva has a push stick, but that's about it. They're gonna deny middle. Oh, maybe? Hannah Montana
Here's
hit it
300
once.
gold off this pipe. That'll help a bit. Game change. Oh, Enigma has a mech too. That's pretty good. But I don't see this Enigma getting black hole off without a blink dagger.
No.
Like Enigma. I don't know. I would like rushing blink in this situation because the only things that can stop you are Darkseer and Beastmaster and Juggernaut ultimate. But if you have the patience and time to properly, Fierce going down at the top lane.
Oh, he barely gets out, and now nice little stun coming in from the Universe, so they do save. The ultimate is down by Geo. So this could be, I mean, they're going to be able to maybe defend this now that the Juggernaut ultimate is down. He does have Manta, though. That's rough. Just spamming the Merchant Machines as much as possible, trying to push those lanes back and keep them out of the base.
Such a farm advantage. Complexity's farming the entire map right now. Just starving the entire EG team.
When did they pick up the Roshan?
Regeneration.
I think it was 22 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So they still have another 3 or 4 minutes to go before the Aegis goes down. But, I mean, they didn't rush it last time. Even though they had the Aegis, they just let it die and went for the next Rosh. They didn't try and like force some sort of team fight and blow the Aegis or anything like that. And they might catch up Complexity. Hannah Montana is caught out here. If they can lock down the stuns, pipe does go off on both heroes. Huge vacuum. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
What a vacuum. Throwing them over the cliff. He's still going to be in a lot of trouble here, but he's trying to get away. Poor guy. He's going to go down.
He's trying so hard to avoid that shotgun shot, but...
Holy shit, like when he did that, I breathed in. I was like, holy shit, I breathed in and a single spittle went down my throat and I started choking on it. Tidehunter at bottom, a little bit of trouble here. He might go down here. He pops to Ravage, but Geo did have Lavery up. They might be able to get him out. Oh, big hit by Geo. Too much damage coming out. Nice little block off by Universe. Trying to save the Tinker from any aggro.
Protecting Luba.
Where was that Necrobook? Necrobook 1 on IX Mike. So more Necrobook. Vlad's on Chen. Stacking of the auras between the birds and the Vlad's very nice. And now
the ward just heals everyone to fall. So
yeah,
they're ready to go in. They have Manta and Aegis on Juggernaut. Yeah. I expect he has so much.
Yeah, pop and pipe for the extra attack speed, and they're just speeding on the tower left and right. And they're trying to work on the March of the Machines and just trying to sort of do little bits of damage where they can, but it's just not enough. I mean, Mech is going to go off. Fluff and Stuff has an ultimate whenever they need it. Reaver on Beastmaster. He's going to tank it up after the Necrobook. So not going for the Blink Dagger like you suggested. Just going to try and be a big manly tank, I guess.
Who? Beastmaster?
Yeah.
He had a Blink Dagger.
Oh, he does have a Blink. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's had one for over 10 minutes now.
I'm losing it. I just saw Reaver and I was like...
I was just like, wait, like, he doesn't have a Blink Dagger in his inventory? Oh my god.
Oh, there's another thing. Darkseer with the Blade Mail. I mean, they already have Necro Books, which the melee creeps might die to March of the Machines, but now popping Blade Mail as well. That's just cruel and unusual treatment to Bulba.
Well, yeah,
That's
I
really
mean,
what
Ice
this
Mike
is.
has played a ton of NADL, and this was super popular in that in-house league for a while. So, people found that the best counter to this was you either shut the Tinker down, or you just buy a bunch of Blade Mails and just walk in spam March. The Tinker just dies. It just drops.
That reminds me of, you know, popping Tinker Mines with Blade Mail on. He would just die.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Anyway, we're gonna see a pipe coming in. Complexity trying. There goes the wall. He's looking for some sort of vacuum, but it is level 2, so he does have a bit of a time. He doesn't have to worry too much about landing anything quite yet. They take down the tower. Now they're working on racks.
This is the time to force stuff for EG. Yes. Ravage is off.
Oh, big push in. They're going to try and pop this universe. Pops his ultimate. They try and come up and stuff, but he gets his ultimate off. Now Geo's going to be able to throw his ultimate. GC popping his ultimate on the Enigma. He goes down. Fear goes down as well. 3 heroes up. Universe is cut out now. And so 3 heroes are going to go down. March of the Machines is trying to defend as much as possible, but shoutouts are already being called out. Ike's Mike already thinking that the game is over, and indeed it really is. 2 racks down. EG cannot pick up anything. They only have 2 heroes up. Top is pushing itself in with the creeps. The gold right now is 25,000 in the lead for Complexity. A very similar experience graph as well. There's just nothing left for them to do. And Complexity, I don't know if they're going to back up and heal up before they push in top, or... I mean, they still have the Aegis, even though Roshan is going to be up fairly soon. Demon. Demon pushing himself away from Geo as much as possible, but too much damage. Doesn't matter.
Demon instantly buys out. Yeah, I think both teams know that this game is over.
Yeah. There goes Roche. And they're going to farm that up, and then I think that's when we're finally going to see the final GG push. With the... oh no. No cheese this time. It's just the second Roche. But yeah, Necrobook 2 is going to be on IX Mike, and there's nothing that really EG can do about this, so...
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
See, it just feels sort of anticlimactic now, just waiting around for them to end the game. I want to do my wrap-up speech and say Complexity takes game 2, but at the same time, that just means I do my wrap-up speech, and then we're just waiting here for the game to end.
Well, I mean, EG. Let me be optimistic here. Like, EG just needs to fight to go their way. Like, and they're back in this. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, just one fight.
What? One fight or maybe 5 fights?
Maybe 10.
All right. Well, here comes the final push incoming. Maybe. They're gonna smoke up. They're gonna circle around. They're gonna try some flanking maneuvers.
There's not a
hopefully
single
catch them off
ultimate
by surprise.
on any of the big ultimate heroes. The 3.
Ravage is almost up.
True. I haven't looked at that. I was just looking at the green dots. Jo doing funky stuff, canceling his attack.
Oh dear. There goes the Ravage. He hits 3 heroes. But Hannah Montana, or Plump himself, is almost dead. He does get the ultimate off once again before he dies. He doesn't even die. Now Gio's screwing up heroes left and right. Beat is going to go down. No ultimate from him on the cooldown. And Universe buy back. Buy back just in order so he can see if he can land an ultimate here. There goes the ultimate. They do pick up Fluff stuff finally. 1 for 2 trades so far, but Universe, oh, he gets the push. Racks are going to go down. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Now can I call it? They kill the ward, and
shout out to Ike's Mike, shouting out me and Korok. Big win, Complexity here today. A lot of people have been doubting Complexity because of the recent results in a lot of tournaments, but this goes to show that they've made it to the finals of this tournament. They haven't played easy opponents, I don't think. So, I don't know. I think we had probably one of the hardest brackets, but I don't know who they played, so I can't really speak on that.
Yeah, I didn't get to talk about it, but because I didn't cast yesterday, but I did look over it, and I remember who faced up against, it was you guys. You played Virtus Pro.
Yeah, we played Virtus Pro.
Yeah, so I think maybe have to agree with that. I don't know who Complexity faced up against, actually. Fear.
Oh, CLG had a really hard run too as well. They played CLG plus 4 friends. CLG had a really hard run as well. They played CLG plus DTS, I think, which was the hardest matches within the first day, I believe. Big shout out to 4 friends, really. They performed very well.
I was about to say, they're another sort of up-and-coming, no-sponsor team. I see them a lot in a lot of tournaments. They play very well usually. They just don't make it all the way.
It's really sad.
Make it quarters or semis.
In the GoC League qualifiers, there was 8 of them. I think they made it to the finals 4 times. They participated in every single one, and I think they made it to the semis in every single one.
Oh man. Alright guys. Well, that's going to be it. Complexity takes 2-0 versus EG. They're going to move on to the finals, which is going to be tomorrow. They're going to face up against my co-caster here, Painted Gold, and his team, ex-Gosu.